Today, we will be briefing you on a 2005 action crime drama movie, Four Brothers. Sit back and enjoy. The film opens on a snowy night in Michigan's city of Detroit, where we see an old woman named Evelyn Mercer reaching a grocery store. After entering the store, she looks for some items. Meanwhile, she witnesses a teen boy shoplifting and feels very bad for him. Then she approaches the boy and advises him that stealing is not fair. Therefore, the boy understands and walks away from the store. As he leaves, two thieves breaks into the store and demands the money from the cashier on gunpoint. After getting all the money, they kill him. Evelyn tries to escape, but they find her and kill her as well and flee. Evelyn had four sons: Bobby, a former hockey player having a great criminal record; Jeremiah, who is the owner of a construction company in Detroit; Angel, who was kicked off from the army; and Jack, a music band leader. The next day, Bobby, Jack and Jeremiah gather at her funeral, where many people were also present, especially the kids who were helped by her. Afterward, we see two police officers named Green and Fowler sitting in a car in front of Evelyn's house. Inspector Green tells Fowler that Evelyn was a noble lady who helped many children and changed their lives. Moreover, he says that these four men were raised by her and she had put an end to their criminal activities. After that, they both come to Bobby and Jack and express their remorse for losing Evelyn. They inform them that she died in a robbery incident. However, the police will find out the criminals soon, but Bobby considers it a joke and replies that he knows how responsible the police are, so he will conclude the matter himself. Inspector Green warns him to stay away from the investigation. Meanwhile, Jeremiah's wife counsels him to stay away from his brothers. Then the scene shifts and we see that Bobby, Jack, and Jeremiah reach their mother's house and come to know that Angel was waiting for them. He tells them that his flight got late, hence he could not attend the funeral. As they were meeting each other after years, they feel pretty glad, but the absence of Evelyn distresses them a lot. They endeavor to calm themselves, but to no avail. Therefore, they all pray for her, and after praying, they have lunch together. After lunch, Bobby takes them outside to play snow hockey. The next day, Angel meets his years-old girlfriend and brings her home, and his brothers laugh at him. Afterward, Jeremiah takes them to his under-construction building and tells them that the project is stopped by the government. After that, four of them go to their favorite bar to drink, and the bar owner tells them about a drug dealer whom he suspects of their mother's murder, but Jeremiah orders them not to do anything and leaves the bar. Then Bobby, Angel, and Jack with their guns break into the drug dealer's place and ask him about the shooters, but he claims that they are misguided by the police. Bobby doesn't believe him and takes him in as an informant of the grocery store. After investigating, he comes to know that the police are keeping something from them, but they fail to conclude why someone wanted to kill their mother. Later, they go to the store owner and request him to show the CCTV footage of that night. He shows them the exact footage in which they see that the shooters had purposely killed their mother, and seeing her murder, they all burst into tears. Then the store owner tells them about a basketball player and says that he might know something about the shooter. Afterward, they get into a basketball match and ask about the player. Jack notices a boy escaping, so they capture him, and he takes them to the player. They are attacked by his dogs, but somehow Angel manages to get rid of the dogs. Then the player tries to escape through a window, but Bobby cuts the rope through which he was climbing down. As a result, he falls and gets injured. Then they ask him about the shooters. He reveals the information about the shooters on the condition that they will call an ambulance for him. Next, Bobby and Angel go to the club where the shooters were supposed to be present. The shooters learn about their arrival and attempt to kill them. After that, they run away in a car, but Bobby and Angel start chasing them in their car, while Angel keeps shooting at their car. At last, Bobby hits their car, consequently the car gets destroyed and they become able to capture them. Bobby and Angel beat them up, but they do not reveal the purpose of killing Evelyn. Finally, Bobby takes out their ID cards and kills both of them. The next morning, the police find out the dead bodies of the shooters, and Inspector Green and Fowler directly suspects Bobby and his brothers. Afterward, they go to the four brothers and ask to inquire about the shooter's murder, but Bobby tells them that he was at his home last night, while Angel gets harsh on Fowler. Inspector Green stops them and again warns them to stay away from the case. Then the scene shifts and we see Victor Sweet, the biggest gangster in the city, having dinner with his workmen while he rebukes them that they hired local shooters to kill the old lady because he knows that the police are now investigating the shooters. Then he abuses a gang member, Evan, for not paying attention to him, and we learn that everyone in the gang is scared of Victor. Then the scene shifts to Bobby, who finds out the shooter's address and decides to take Angel there, but Angel starts a fight with his girlfriend, so Bobby takes Jack instead. Upon reaching the shooter's house, they find many weapons and a camera in which they see the pictures of their mother Evelyn and learn that the shooters had been chasing their mother. On the other hand, an insurance company's employee arrives at their home and tells Angel about a policy that Evelyn had made and tells that the policy's nominee is Jeremiah and the policy amount is 4 lakhs, which makes Angel suspect Jeremiah that he is keeping something from them. So he visits some of Jeremiah's friends and comes to know that his construction project is stopped by a politician named Douglas and Jeremiah is under a heavy load. Angel informs Bobby and Jack about the situation. Then Bobby and Jack go to Douglas and ask him who ordered him to stop the project. After threatening him, they come to know that the project is stopped by a gangster named Victor Sweet. On the other hand, Angel follows Jeremiah to the bank where he withdraws some money from the policy's check and goes to a bowling club. Angel also calls Bobby and Jack there, then they witness Jeremiah giving money to Evan, Victor's gang member. After Jeremiah has left the place, Bobby and Jack approach Evan and snatch the money. Evan attempts to scare them that they don't know him. Here Inspector Green meets Evelyn's lawyer and inquiries about the suspects, so he tells that Evelyn had reported to the police officer that some people are demanding money from his son Jeremiah to continue his construction project, but Green seems confused because this was not reported in the police station. Then he checks the CCTV footage and comes to know that Fowler had a long conversation with Evelyn, but he never told anyone about her arrival, so he finds out that Fowler must be a corrupt guy. On the other hand, Douglas goes to Victor and alerts him that Bobby is investigating him, and he orders him to kill all the brothers. Here the 3 brothers seem angry at Jeremiah, so they call him and ask him about the matter. Bobby starts a fight with him and he tells that this policy is for his daughters and it had left me and mom alone, so I had to take care of all the expenses of mom. Moreover, he says that he has to pay no debt, but Victory has demanded a large amount of money to let my project begin. During their discussion, a suspicious person knocks on their door and starts walking away. Jack hurriedly checks outside, so the man abuses him. When Jack comes close to him, he shoots Jack. Hearing the bullet and fire, his brothers come outside and kill that man, but they see that many gunmen were covering their house and start shooting the brothers. So the brothers rush inside the house to get safe while Jack remains injured outside. After great difficulty, Bobby and Angel manage to kill all the bastards. The last one tries to escape and tries to smash Bobby with his car, but Jeremiah hits his car and saves Bobby. Then they hurriedly reach Jack, but he seems about to die due to heavy bleeding. Then he dies and Inspector Green arrives there and apologizes for his death. Moreover, he tells them that Evelyn knew that Victor demanded money from Jeremiah, so she went to report, but unfortunately Fowler had reported Victor, consequently he ordered her murder. Afterward, Inspector Green goes to Fowler and beats him up. He snatches his gun and his police badge, but he had an illegal gun, so he manages to kill Mr. Green. After that, he reports to the police station that some gangsters have killed Inspector Green. The next day, they offer both Jack and Green's funeral at the same place. Then, Bobby, Jeremiah, and Angel assume that Victor has the power of his gang and police as well, so it is quite difficult to defeat him. So they make a pretty dangerous plan, according to which they go to Evan and offer all the policy's money and request a meeting with Victor so that he takes pity on them. However, Victor agrees to the meeting. Angel tricks Fowler and gets inside his house. After capturing him, he informs Bobby to set out for the meeting so that Bobby and Jeremiah with money reach Victor's place. Angel's girlfriend informs the police that his boyfriend is going to kill a police officer, so the police reach Fowler's house, where Angel has recorded Fowler's acceptance of 2 murders. But Fowler captures Angel as a hostage and the police manage to kill him. On the other hand, Victor Sweet comes out and receives money and abuses his mother. Jeer yells at him, so he asks his men for a gun, but no one obeys him, and we come to know that his men have planned with Bobby and Jeremiah to kill him. Then Victor challenges everyone in a fight, then Bobby during the battle badly injures him. After that, all of them bury Victor in a pit in the snow. After that, the police take the brothers and investigate Victor's murder, but after beating them, police has to leave them. After that, they are seen repairing their home and the film ends here. To watch more blockbuster briefs, subscribe to our channel and please like the video.